So I felt like after yesterday's video where I completely took a massive dump on this movie in a non-spoiler context, I felt like I had the obligation to make a video where I gave my detailed thoughts on Joker, Folie, Deux, talking about spoilers and why I actually dislike this movie. Because this is a film that is very complex, at least when it comes to my reasonings for why I disliked many of the aspects of this film. Many of the things that Todd Phillips did in this movie that I just fundamentally disagree with, and here I am to tell you all why I kind of hate this movie. The Joker Folie Deux is, of course, the sequel to Joker 2019. This is the brand new film from Todd Phillips. It is a sequel starring Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, who played Joker, and Harley Quinn, respectively. Kind of. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you've either already seen the movie or don't care to, so I'm gonna jump right in. This is a movie made by a man named Todd Phillips. A man that, for some reason, absolutely despises the first movie. A movie that he also made. He wrote and directed it. And he hates that movie. How do I know he hates that movie? Because he made Joker Folie Deux. Joker Folie Deux, a sequel that I am almost 100% positive after watching this movie, is a movie that he was forced to make by the studio. A studio that wanted a sequel after the first movie made $1 billion. And because he was forced to make this movie, he decided to make a troll movie. A movie that trolls the audience. A movie that trolls the fans. And a movie that trolls the studio itself. A movie that essentially says one gigantic fuck you to anybody who actually wanted a Joker sequel. Give me my money. Leave me alone, is what Todd Phillips is saying with this movie. At its core, this is a movie about Arthur Fleck, a guy who had become the Joker at the end of the 2019 movie. He had embraced the personality of the Joker and had his one bad day. That one bad day that pushes him deep into madness, a madness he'll never escape from as he ascends to being the clown prince of crime and the #1 nemesis of the Batman. Batman, a character that he inadvertently created at the end of Joker 2019 when both of those characters were born on the same night. It's a beautiful movie, perfect symmetry, a great Batman story. But Joker Folie Deux takes Arthur Fleck and brings him back down to being Arthur Fleck. He is no longer the Joker. He's back to being this sad, kind of miserable dude. And he's okay with that. He doesn't want to be the Joker, and he's kind of tackling with this idea of, is that Joker personality a split persona? Is it me? Did I make it up? Who am I? And outside of the prison, there's a bunch of people who love Joker. He's aroused a large crowd of people who want to see him be the Joker. They want to see him be this angry madman. And then there's Harley Quinn, who loves him. Not Arthur Fleck. She loves Joker. She wants him to be Joker more. She wants to see more of him. Do you see what we're getting at here? This entire movie is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for Todd Phillips making another Joker movie, essentially. Arthur Fleck represents Todd Phillips. He represents this guy who did that one movie. He was Joker for a little bit and he did what he wanted to do, but now people are bringing him back in. He doesn't want to be the Joker anymore, but people are forcing his hand. He has no choice. So of course he comes and he has to do the Joker thing for a little bit. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to. The same way Arthur Fleck becomes Joker again in this movie, almost kind of against his own will. He doesn't really want to, but he's doing it for love. He's doing it for Harley. But he realizes that he's not the Joker, that he's Arthur Fleck. The Joker's made up. It's stupid. And what does he do? He disappoints his fans. He tells the fans, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't be there. And then the fans revolt. The fans get mad. Harley Quinn leaves him. The fans say, how dare you? How dare you not be Joker? How dare you, Todd Phillips, not make a decent Joker sequel that's faithful to the first one? How dare you? And the movie ends, of course, with Arthur Fleck getting killed. He dies at the hands of what we presumably assume to be the actual Joker, which I'll get into in a second, but he dies at the hands of a man who cuts a smile on his face and is presumably the next psychotic madman who will become the clown prince of crime. A last-pitched metaphor for Todd Phillips saying, I am now exiting DC. I didn't give you what you want. Like in the trailer, the line that says,
I got the sneaking suspicion that we're not giving the people what they want.
I didn't give you what you want. I gave you what you asked for. You asked for a Joker sequel, one that I did not want to make, so I delivered you a Joker sequel. And it's not what you wanted. It's not the Joker movie any of you asked for. It's not the Joker movie the studio asked for, but it's the one that I made because I wanted to say, fuck you for enjoying my movie. F you for enjoying the character of the Joker, you incel bastards. No, I'm gonna make a movie saying that you guys don't deserve a sequel. You don't deserve a good story or a good movie. Instead, this is going to be a metaphor for me and my miserable life being forced to make a movie I'm getting paid like $100 million for because I made $100 million on the last movie. Oh, my life is so terrible. Todd Phillips made this movie as a metaphor for himself being forced to make a movie he didn't want to make, a sequel to a movie that it seems like he's not very happy with, that he's not very proud of, and because of that we have a sad, miserable film that was made for nobody, that pisses off everybody, from a filmmaker that I think believes he's 10 times smarter than he is with this script, but it's one of the most disastrous things I have ever watched in my life. This metaphor at the end of the movie that the Joker dies and a new Joker will rise, because that's how it is in media, right? So, like, somebody else will take the reins and eventually make a Joker movie or a Batman movie with the Joker. We, of course, have Barry Keoghan's Joker. So that kind of metaphor of, my time is done, somebody else will come in and do this. I get that. I understand that. But this whole idea of this film being this character that you spent 2 hours with in the last film telling a very methodical story, a story that most people really grasp onto and really love, both comic fans and people that just enjoy decent movies, and to make this film which essentially says you are all wrong for having enjoyed that film. You are all incorrect for that. How dare you like that movie? How dare you ask me to make a sequel? Now that I have to make a sequel, well, I'm going to make the worst movie possible, and that's what is so bad about Joker Folie à Deux. It's not that it's a bad movie because they had ideas and the ideas don't really work. It's not like Megalopolis, where there's so many ideas there, it just ends up being kind of a mess. No, this is a movie that's very methodical. This is the movie that Todd Phillips wanted to make. It is the exact film that he wanted to make beat for beat, and because of that, it's a disaster on purpose. A film that I do not think was intended to be good or to satisfy any other audience, and because of that, to me, as somebody who loves film, who loves characters, who loves writing, I just feel kind of ashamed of the industry after watching this movie and just understanding what the film was actually trying to say. I'm ashamed to trying to be a writer in this world when something like this could be made. It, to me, is just kind of a disaster that is a big F you to everybody who made this man extraordinarily rich. I feel bad for all the talent involved. I feel bad for everybody behind the camera that worked on these films and made Joker 2019 what it was. It's such a shame that this movie turned out to be the way that it is. And yeah, this movie is pretty much Gladiator, that scene where he says,
"Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?"
No, we're not entertained, Todd. We're not. You thought you were being really smart by kind of trolling fans, and in fact, you're not. Now this movie's going to bomb, and I doubt you will ever be able to make a movie with a massive budget like this ever again, but you're very rich, so congratulations. Go run away and enjoy your quiet life making smaller movies from here on out. I'm sad, I'm bummed out, and I know a lot of other people are too, because nobody seems to like this movie. I have not met a single person that liked this movie. If you're out there, hello. But yeah, that's it. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.